lot of the projects come out of the time that I spend in the city. So we're kind of immersed in the city, and as a city artist, we get to kind of watch how a city works and think about how those systems could be different and more engaging, creative, playful, and that's where the idea kind of sprang from. I just thought a lot about, when I started going to a lot of these meetings with different city planners, how hard it was for me to even be there, and so how do I participate in my own neighborhood, and all the barriers that kind of stop me from going to meetings. So the time that they're at, the need for childcare, even transportation to get there, and so trying to break down those barriers and making meetings accessible but also playful and enjoyable.
See this great little stand, and what are you guys doing? So it's been awesome. Really clever idea.
That was great. It was just a surprise, pleasant surprise.
Definitely. I really appreciated the questions that were asked, and it let me have a voice and a little bit of a say. It's nice. Yeah.
So when we go out with the pop-up meeting and the popsicle truck, it's more about reaching the people that aren't going to come to our regular community meetings. It seems like we see the same people coming to those meetings, and we know that our park system is well used, well loved. And not everyone that uses our park system lives in the city either, so they're not going to know when we have projects that are coming up, that we want to renovate a trail or we're going to replace the playground. And those people are already out there using the system, so it's to get out and talk to those people who are out using the system currently, and they're going to have the intimate knowledge of like what's working, what's not working, what do we need to change here, and so that we're building it to suit our users.
What are the other ways that we can get input on these different projects for the city beyond the traditional meeting? And not trying to replace those meetings, but more like supplement them. And how do we get younger generations interested in the civic process? It tends to be an older generation that even knows that these meetings are happening, or it tends to come to them.
Expecting it, but it's kind of fun to see, and I'm happy to give my feedback, and it seems like you guys are trying to get feedback from people on what they want to see.
Instead of having people have to come to City Hall to talk about the things that they want to see in their city, we go out to the neighborhoods, we have an opportunity to chat with people, and it gives people a chance to weigh in on things like the city budget, the bike planning process that we're doing for the city of St. Paul, the future of the Ford site, whatever it might be. We want to hear from the people what their priorities for the city are.
Yeah, I say, you know, if you're out and you see the red umbrella and you see people with clipboards, and we're not trying to sell you anything, don't be afraid of us. You know, we're just there to just get your opinions.
Well, all of the city departments will participate in this. It could be the Parks and Rec department, it could be the libraries asking what people want to see in their libraries, it could be the Department of Safety of Inspections talking about where there might be some hot spots that people want to have addressed. Across the board, whether it's the Planning and Economic Development department, the Budget department, you'll see a lot of information gathered for all of our departments so that they can do their job better.
My hope is that we see a lot of people eating popsicles and participating, and people that maybe wouldn't be the normal people to attend a planning meeting at night. So trying to get different communities to realize that their input is important in the re-envisioning of our city.